Welcome to Pause and Proceed podcast. I'm your girl, Bridgett LaRé.
And I'm your other co-host, SB.
Hey, girl. Hey, SB. What's up with you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
We took a little intermission, guys.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You know, a little break, little breakity break.
Yeah, I said in observance of MLK, but that's really not true.
I seen that you said that. I was like, oh, that was smart.
That was smart.
That was smart.
It was right on time.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that makes plenty sense.
I liked it. So what was the reason we took a little breakity break?
Y'all, I forgot I was going to Mexico. And our schedules just couldn't come together. So we was like, you know what? This is the perfect time. Let's just breathe a little after our 8th episode.
Right.
And then we get right back on the buggy.
Yeah.
You know, so we back on the buggy now.
But see, the thing is, a lot of places or a lot of podcasts and shows, after the 8th episode, it's a what? A series?
Well, like a season finale
8
situation
episodes is
sometimes.
A season,
yeah. So it worked out for us, luckily.
Yeah.
It definitely did.
So we did a whole season, girl.
We did a whole season.
So if we was keeping track, this would be season 2.
If we were keeping track, this would be season 2.
But I think we're going to just roll with the episode 9.
Yeah, we're going to get up to episode 1059.
Why not?
Why not?
Do y'all want to hear us for 1059 episodes? Like, let us know.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
That's the audience. Yeah, we do. What else is going on with you? What?
You are so goofy. That was the audience.
That was the audience. Yeah, we do. I want to see us, so I'm hoping they want to too.
Yeah, they do.
All
they
right.
mess with us.
We're going to claim that then.
Yeah, in Jesus' name.
And amen.
Amen. So how you feeling? What's up with you? How you feeling today?
What's up with you?
What's up with
That's
me?
what I want to know, because I know I want to get into it. I want to get into what you've been doing.
Oh.
As far as your,
Well, wait, let me tell you. So on my way here today, because I did promise Solomon, I let him know about the, wait a minute, he was talking about me.
What?
Heard Jack in the Box coffee.
It's nothing wrong. What is wrong? Why you hating on Jack in the Box,
I don't know why you hating on
Solomon?
Jack in the Box.
That's not nice.
It's good. I told him I would let him know the reason as to why God sent me to Jack in the Box this morning, right? Wait a minute, my wig. Y'all like my new wig?
So, yeah, we do.
That's the audience.
That's the audience. That's them.
So I went to Jack in the Box this morning. I was late coming here because I was like, I need to get me some coffee. I almost didn't do it, but I did.
Okay.
So when I get there, it's like this little young guy with his little his headphones on, and he got the iPad to take the orders. And I was like, okay, let me give me a little small coffee. Then I start thinking like, oh, I love Jack in the Box, like sausage sandwiches. So I'm like, let me get the number 27. And then I was like, you know what? Let me not be fat. I said it out loud. I was like, let me not be fat. Let me just get the coffee. And he looked up at me. He was like, don't you ever call yourself fat. Don't ever do that.
Aww.
He said,
I love that.
That's okay if you have to eat. Everybody have to eat. And I was like, he's just so sweet. I thought that was so cute.
Was it a youngster?
It was a youngster. He was
youngster.
18, 19 years old. I looked at him. I wanted to be like, who is raising you?
He right, though.
He's right.
He's absolutely right.
But that was so cute. So I pulled and before I got to the one of the pay, I was like, hey, excuse me, sir. And he came back. And I was like, I just wanted to bless you. I just gave him $20.
Oh,
and
that
told
was
him,
so nice.
Thank you. I was like, you know what? You keep being positive and shining your light on the world. Just keep being you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, love.
Yeah, come on, love.
Come on,
love. With the earrings. Yes.
So that's why you have your Jack in the Box coffee?
That's why, because God needed him to know to keep being who he is and shining his light and speaking positivity, because it doesn't matter where you are, what you do as your job or whatever. It's your ministry. Like everywhere you go is your ministry. So that's his ministry. Just standing there and just speaking life into people and just letting people know, look, don't ever like shit on yourself.
Like, that was kind of provisionary. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, provision.
You had a little taste with a little Jack.
There you go.
And then you try to talk yourself out of it. But then the young man spoke the word into your spirit.
Yes, and it was a purpose.
It was a purpose.
A purpose.
Behind that provision.
Ooh, girl. Come on. Words of the year.
Yes, 2023.
2023.
Straight like
baby.
that, though.
Yes. So I wanted to share that with y'all.
I like that story.
Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I did.
Huh. So what do you think about that now, Solomon? That's why I have the Jack in the Box coffee.
All I said is okay.
Okay.
Okay. All
Uh-huh.
good.
You was hating behind the
Yeah.
scenes,
Talk about come up here
guys.
with Jack in the Box. Okay, so
Okay.
21-day meditation challenge with the Bridge method was a huge success. Yay!
Yay.
Thank
Yes,
you. I
come
was
on,
looking for it. I was
applause.
looking for it.
Can we get a boom, 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 too? Come on. That's our
Wait,
type of
hold
applause.
up.
There we go. Boom, 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 boom. 21-day
Hey.
challenge.
So we started off with, I believe, 18 individuals.
Okay.
And so the thing is, you couldn't miss a day. You had to do every day. You had
Right.
to you do the meditation, listen to the music, do your journaling,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
comment in the group that you were done.
Right.
So by the time we were done yesterday, I think we were down to 6 people.
Man, let me tell you, was it after like the 18th or the 20th?
Mhm.
I saw you remove so many people. And I was
Yeah.
like, dang, we were right there.
We were right there. But see, the thing is, and what I did for everybody, what I'm doing for everybody that completed it on yesterday
Mm-hmm.
is a coaching session, a
Mhm.
30-minute coaching session to talk about how you showed up in the group, the meditation group,
Mm-hmm.
as comparison to how you may show up in the world. Yeah. Oh, you
Oh,
didn't see that?
okay.
You completed it. You
Wait,
didn't see
I
that little gift?
completed. You was no, I saw the gift.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be honest. I was like, I'm not gonna let my friend coach me. That's a conflict of interest. But
It's
if you
based on how
break
you
it,
showed up in the meditation
so I
room.
didn't see. I missed that part.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I will take that.
Yes. Yes. Because a lot of times how we do one thing in life is how we do multiple things in life.
Yeah.
So many people quit like the
I
day before, like right before they hit the finish line.
that
Right, you was
that is
right there.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me.
So it's like, how often in life do you quit when you're right there?
Well, I am glad that I was part of the 21-day bridge method meditation, right?
Yeah.
And I said I got all the words in there.
It was pause, let's meditate,
Pause,
21-day
let's
meditation challenge.
meditate. Yeah. So I was a part of it. I was a part of it last year too, but I got like halfway there and then just said whatever. So I told myself, okay, I'm gonna see it to the end. So I'm glad I was able to see it to the end, but this is kind of like a new seeing it to the I want this to be a healthy habit
Right. Yes.
that I continue with everything that I do.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Because I was one of those I'm not gonna say I was a pauser.
Yeah.
I was a pauser, not a quitter.
Right.
So, I want to continue to proceed and see my proceedings to the finish line.
Well, you hit that finish line with this challenge. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Starting the new year off with the win.
Great job to you for putting it together because you didn't have to do that. And that
Thank
takes
you.
work to do. That
It was
takes a lot of work
It
to
was work.
do.
It was. I literally spent like 2 weeks putting it together, doing the
Yeah.
meditation, the journaling prompts, and finding the perfect music to go with each day.
Right.
Like it was work. And then
So break it down to like how you did it. Or do you not want to share your
no, it's
sauce?
fine. Do I want to share my
Do you
secret
want to share your
sauce?
secret? Because I'm just saying.
Okay, well, what can I tell you
Or
guys?
maybe you
without
could be a
giving it
little
away?
general. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, okay, I know I just said, do you want to share your sauce?
Uh-huh.
But this is
You
the
made me
thing.
think about it like, do I?
But you got your own sauce. So even if
Yeah.
somebody else tried to do it, it's not going to be like yours.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I
sure, for
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
Well, how I did each day, the meditation a different title. Let's say abundance, and then so the meditation, I give them a prompt. What this is what you're going to focus on during the meditation. Focus on maybe just saying, I live abundantly, and everything I have everything that I need. Everything flows to me abundantly. So they just have the one little thing that they're saying to themselves as you're meditating. And then I also give you little information about abundance and maybe a story behind it or something like that. And then the music to go with it. It was only 5 minutes, so I made it so simple.
It was very simple.
So simple that you couldn't not do it because it was so simple, right?
Yeah.
That's how we got to do all of our tasks. A lot of things that we may procrastinate on, make it so small. Make the goal so small that it doesn't even make sense to not do it. Like I can do 5 minutes a day.
Right, exactly.
And I found some music, 5-minute music to go with each meditation prompt. And I just found that on YouTube. just some stuff on YouTube. So if you want to
Right.
meditate, you just find it on YouTube. But then I had to convert the YouTube to MP3
Right.
and then save it. And I did have to pay for like a little converter app to do that, which was cool because I love to
I'm gonna give
provide.
you a free converter app.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Really? I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have time to be doing all that because I
No,
was
it's
like, let me just
okay.
do it now because I need to get it done now.
For future reference.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Give you the
Thank you, girl.
lowdown to the lowdown.
Resourceful. Resourceful.
Exactly.
And so just came up with a like journaling prompt for people to
Mm-hmm.
do, journal about this, and then just comment day one done in the meditation group.
Yeah.
Then you're done. That it was simple, right?
Yeah, it was simple. What I learned is that it was better for me to do it as soon as I woke up. Because as the day
Yes.
goes on, you get caught up doing so many other things.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh man, I got to do my meditation. So sometimes I'll do it late night, or if I can't sleep and I forgot I did it, I was
Yeah.
like, oh snap, let me go ahead and just do this meditation real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to what you were saying as far as making things very simplistic, that's important because thinking about the process will overwhelm you.
Yeah.
That's something that I am still working through. Like, easy does it. What did the tortoise and the hare say? Easy does it wins the race. That's close enough. So, one step at a
One
time.
step at a time. One
There you
step at a
go.
time. And keep it simple,
Keep it
man.
nice and simple.
Kiss it. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiss it.
Kiss.
Keep it simple. Kiss it. All right, come on,
Keep it
kiss
simple,
it.
sexy. KISS.
All right, I'll take
Yeah,
that.
keep it simple, sexy.
Okay.
Just you hear that term. Have you heard of keep it simple kiss? You never heard of that?
I mean, I hear keep it simple. Yeah.
Oh, but you never heard the kiss. KISS. Okay, so
Not
well,
as
that's
an
something that I grew up with.
acronym.
That's something I grew up with from Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
And let me tell you, it didn't hit me until I was writing my first book.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was in acting class as well, Tasha Smith Actors Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And one day we was in class. Let me tell y'all this. I'm about to do some name dropping real quick, for real.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
So one day we was in class, right? And we were doing our, little skits or whatever. And all of a sudden, the class was being taught by KB, like one of Tasha's instructors.
Mm-hmm.
And he just looked and said, "Is that Denzel Washington in the back?" Girl, why was Denzel just sitting in the back of the dang on classroom? Just sitting in the back of the
That's a
classroom.
major name
Girl.
to be dropping.
So let me tell you, he sat
Still a
in there.
student of the game, man. Got to remain a student.
Got game from him. So I asked him, I said, "What's the best advice you ever had and who gave it to you?" And he was like, "My mama told me when, as he was going through, acting and
Mm-hmm.
being who he was,
Right.
who he is, she told him, just keep it simple." And for some reason I've been hearing it all my life, but because Denzel said it to me,
It really kind of turned something on in
it
you.
resonated.
Yeah.
And I had all these grandiose things that I wanted to do with my book and like the big book cover. So that's why it ended up being simple. Just my picture, the first 33.
Yeah.
Because of Denzel Washington, man.
I like that.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Go ahead, Denzel, and plant those seeds to the
Period.
nation.
And thank you for caring so much about aspiring actors as well.
Amen and amen.
Amen.
Come on, 21-day challenge.
21-day challenge, baby. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
So what's up with you? How was your trip to
nothing.
Mexico?
My trip was great. So me and two of my homies, we drove to Rosarito. So a lot of people don't know what Rosarito is. I didn't until they explained it to me. They let me know, hey, we going to Rosarito. It's only a 3-hour drive. I said, all right, okay, let's do it.
That's what's up.
So it only was like a day and a half trip. We left on a Saturday. We came back on Monday. But it felt so dense. Like, it felt like we've been there the whole weekend, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I normally don't go to short stints like that. I'll at least do 2 days.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's down the road. We can do that, But it was a really nice getaway. My homies that I went with my my friend Jessica and one of her friends, and we got along great. We ate good. Things were cheap. We just drank and ate, and we drank and ate.
So 3 women, no drama.
No drama.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Girl, because
It
you
was a
can't
nice
just travel with
weekend.
anybody. I had to learn the hard way. So that's great to hear.
You know what? I've never learned the hard way when it came to that because I already
That's good.
knew.
That's
I
good.
I am real particular about vibes. I'm kind of more open now being out
Yeah.
here in California
Mhm.
because out here in California, you kind of date for friends.
You got to. You got to vet them.
Yeah, it's the vetting process is serious. It can be a little challenging finding your community out here.
Yeah, for
So it
real.
was nice that it was just easy breezy. Do you feel like you had to date for friends out here?
Oh God. Did I have to date for friends? I'm still dating. Okay.
Me too.
I'm still dating.
Me too.
Like friends, what I've learned being here, friends will ghost you just like a man. Have you
Oh, you
experienced
know
that here in
that.
Cali?
Definitely experienced the ghosting. Y'all go back to episode
Was it two?
episode two,
I
four,
think it was like two or
one of
four
them,
where you talked
y'all.
about being ghosted.
You know I know about that.
I know. I know.
But you know what? I've been not necessarily ghosted, but you know how, people are just not getting back to you like they would if you was on good terms.
Right.
And my thing is, like when I first got to California, man. So I'm used to people. I'm used to being liked.
Hmm.
I'm used to
You're very
people loving
likable.
me. Thank
Yes.
you,
You're very
Bridget.
lovable.
Come on.
Love.
Love, love. But yes,
Love.
I'm used to being loved,
Yes.
So when I came out here and I met two girls I thought was cool, and one of them was doing my hair at the time, and I don't know, I must have said something to her. I have no idea, but
Yeah.
that kind of went awry. And then one of the other young ladies, I think what happened, and I'm not 100% certain, but I think what happened with that, I kind of I I called her. I asked her a question because I felt like her and her companion were swingers,
Hmm.
and I just asked
Yeah.
because that's what
You're
I
not gonna beat around the bush.
observed.
Yeah.
Right? We had a conversation about it, and I remember we were talking about like the guy does something with graphic design,
Hmm.
and I remember I had asked her like, oh, because I was getting into creating T-shirts and putting my logo and learning how to draw and all that stuff at the time. I was like, "Oh, it'd be cool if I could get with him,"
Yeah.
She was like, "Well, he's busy." So after that, I didn't really hear too much from her, and I would like call and invite her to things, and she would act like she was super interested,
Hmm.
but
But never made it.
but never made it. So, and I got other stories, but I don't at first I used to take those personal just
Hmm.
because I'm like, "Hey, everyone likes me.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
going on
What's
here?
wrong with
What's
her?
wrong with them?"
Yeah.
But then I come to realize, like, when you first getting to know people, people get turned off so quick
Yeah.
that no one has to do
Easily.
anything.
Hmm.
No one has to let you know their feelings and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. My issue is being out here when I do kind of calling someone a friend is an important word for me. I don't like to just call anybody my friend, but I
Right.
understand people have different standards behind that. But if I consider you a friend and then you get upset with me and then you start acting weird, or I don't hear from you, or you start to me, that's kind of phony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have a
Hmm.
conversation.
Yeah. A
So
foe, not a friend.
you said a foe.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm not gonna say a foe, but I think people just work through, forgive my language, their shit different.
Hmm.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
know what you mean. I know
Yeah,
what
they
you
work
mean.
through, and this has happened to a friend here and a friend back home, and
Hmm.
we had a conversation about it, and we're fine. But I don't. That's well, no, it's happened to me a couple of times out here.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Well,
You don't know how to move with that, and then the chemistry be off.
yeah. What I've noticed here about California is, let me fix mine.
Or LA, I guess we should
Yeah. Well,
say
LA.
LA.
So what I've noticed is a lot of people don't like to have uncomfortable conversations.
Oh, child, you can't
And
tell nobody nothing out here. They like that
and
sugar
well, the
coating.
people that I've some people that I've came across
Okay, you can say
don't like.
that that we didn't come across because I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that.
And instead of just saying no, I can't make it, I don't want to do that, they just ghost you. Or, hey, when you did this, it made me feel this way.
You're not gonna get that.
Like, no boundary setting. I had a friend, met in church, And I
Met
why
in
I had to put
church
that in
by
there?
the way.
Why I had to put that in there?
By the
Like you're
way.
supposed to be all churchy. Like no.
I mean, I understand, but go ahead.
But we met like doing actually it was like a business class that the church was
Mhm.
putting on. So we like, oh, okay, I like you, you cool. We start hanging out and would pray together, party together, and just, was real
Yeah, y'all was
cool, right? We
hanging.
was
Y'all
hanging,
was
right?
hanging.
And one of the things I seen in our friendship, I seen her just do away with so many people. So I'm like, well, dang, what happened to that friend? What happened to that friend? Oh, this happened, that happened. So I'm like, okay, I only get her side of the story though,
That's
right?
it. That's
And
just it.
so I was like, well, let's make a pact right now. If anything comes up with us, like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
If I do something because I know I can be kind of abrasive or,
Right.
strong personality, so I was like, "Oh, okay. We've been rocking for about 3 years, so maybe we'll be friends for life." This is
Right.
what we said. Well, let's be friends for life. Anything come up, you let me know. I'll let you know. Bet. Shook on it. All right.
Mhm.
So some things transpired, and I just have no idea what happened. I can only guesstimate what happened, but just all of
Yeah.
a sudden, she just was done with me. Didn't answer my calls, didn't answer my text messages or anything. I was just like,
And it's
"What
hurtful.
what's up with this girl?" I didn't shed no tear over, but I was hurt. You know what I
It's
mean?
hurtful. It
But I
is
was like,
hurtful. Cause it's
this is
hard to
it was
connect.
weird.
It's hard to connect with people out
It
here. It's so
is.
many people and everybody's on the grind and everybody on the come up, everybody trying to do something.
Yeah.
I see, I don't want to go too far into it, but because I want to come back to what you were saying. But sometimes what I realize, maybe in larger cities, maybe people in larger cities can maybe have this a similar situation or feeling. But I know from personal experience being out here, people want to know what you do versus who you are. And
Yeah.
at first I thought that was cool. 'Cause I was like, yeah, it's great networking, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. But it's like when I just want to kick it and want to get to know people, I don't want you just the first thing you ask me is what do I do?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how I can help
How
you
I can
out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
how we can collaborate on something.
right. And that's okay. But when you keep seeing that over and over again, then
Yeah.
you talk to other people and they say the same
Yeah.
thing. It's like this
I
shit is
don't really have a
whack.
problem with that. I actually enjoy that about
Mm-mm.
this city.
I
But I get what you're
don't.
saying.
Yeah, if I see it as a pattern,
Mhm.
and if I'm genuinely trying to like connect with you, and you're like, oh well, I have a show here, you could come see me at my show, and it's
Mhm.
like that's fine. Like for instance, I had a homegirl, and we still cool. It's no heat or anything like that, but I felt like I was trying to keep in contact. I was the
You
one
was
that's
putting
trying to
so
keep
much
it,
energy
put
into it,
energy
wanting to get
into it,
that back.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So they had an event, had like a pop-up shop down here. And I was like, yeah, I'm coming to your event, da 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 da. But I realized I had to do some costume design stuff. So I was like, hey, I can't make it. But let me know if you want to connect afterward. I didn't hear anything. Person got back on the plane and went back home.
Oh.
And it's like, okay, that's cool. But you wanted me to come to your job. You want me to come see you at your pop-up. And then
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, then let's connect afterward. I don't hear anything. I don't really want to deal with you like that. Cause I
No, they wanted
see,
you to come support or
right, that's
yeah.
like me telling you to come. But I've been supportive.
Yeah.
It's not like I haven't or
Have you
I'm
still haven't heard
not.
from this person to this day?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well dang.
And I'm
Well.
not reaching out because, like I said, I've initiated. Like during COVID, I'm checking out, calling, making sure you're okay. I'm a whole nurse, and during the whole conversation, there was no "How are you doing?" So
Yeah.
you got to take points. Like I start tallying up things, and
Mhm.
after that, I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
get
no
that.
listen, it's no problem, but it's
Mhm.
like,
I get that. I mean, I get that
yeah,
you get that with even family though. Like people
yeah,
it's hard to have these uncomfortable conversations, but I think it do draw people closer together
yeah.
and it just builds the dynamic of your relationship with
You have to
somebody.
figure
It
out who you're.
expands it.
Yeah, sorry, I mean
Mhm.
to cut you off. You have to figure out who you're willing to pour into, though,
Yeah.
because I don't want to be the only one pouring into a situation. I
Yeah.
find throughout life, and I'm not saying throughout my whole entire life,
Mhm.
I've noticed that when it comes to situations or in friendships and whatnot, I have been the bigger person. a lot of the times. Not all the
You
times.
tired of
'Cause
it?
at first I was. At first I got jaded and bitter about it. I was like,
Mhm.
F this. I ain't reaching out to nobody. But then I realized I was hurting myself more by going against that because
'Cause that's who you
that's
are.
who I
Yeah.
am. I bring people together. I don't want no smoke. And
Right.
like if we not gonna be friends or we don't get along, let's come to an agreement. But I'm not about to, even though I hate ghosting, y'all. That's why you can never say never. 'Cause I was like, I'd never ghost nobody. I'd never
Mhm.
do it. And I end up doing it.
Oh.
But I end up coming back around to the person and apologizing and like telling the person what I was going through. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And reaching out because I felt so bad about
Well, that
it.
was noble of you.
Yeah, because that's not who I am. But at that moment, that's what I had to do.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to do some things.
Yeah, but and you gotta recognize everyone isn't for a lifetime.
No,
It's like we
seasonal.
linked exactly. We linked. I got what I was supposed to get from you, or you
Mm.
got what you were supposed to get from me,
Yep.
and that's that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you, like, this guy told me when I first moved to California. He said, "Hey, Bridget," we was working together, building my website, and he was doing my T-shirts and little stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hey, Bridget," yeah. He said, "You got friends and family back home that love you?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." He was like, "All right, well, always remember that." He said, "Don't get caught up in trying to make fake friends here in LA."
That part. That took me a long time. That took me like before COVID, maybe a
Yep.
little after COVID to really understand. Like you
Yep.
got there's so many people that
You
love
got people that
you.
love you. He said, if ever you feel like you're low on love, go home for a while. I was like, some real stuff.
Right. Cause this is the wrong
Yeah.
place to come out here and not
And try to
saying
find real
to try to
love.
find some real love, real friends, real whatever. This is the
Yeah.
wrong
But
place.
I don't want to
No-
sound bitter now. It's out here.
Yeah, we're not saying it's
out
not
here.
out here.
I met some really cool. I met you here. It's some really cool
Right.
people.
Yes,
It's
yes.
really cool people, genuine
Yes.
people here. And
Yes.
I know people from LA. Like I got people that's been rocking with me since 2013, since
Me
when I first
too.
moved here.
Me too. Me
And I'm talking
too.
about my friend Mac. He
Mhm.
literally done so much for me, so supportive. Let's talk about some good things that people have done for us here in Cali.
No,
So
we're not. I'm sorry, y'all.
yeah,
I just feel like doing a little cursing today. We're not shitting on
yeah,
LA,
right,
but we're talking about our experiences because a lot of people have these experiences.
right,
Even my friends that's originally from LA
hmm
be like, "Oh, girl,
yeah,
they funny out there."
yeah.
So if
You get a lot of that, and
yeah,
so I was saying, my friend Mac, when I first moved here, he was just a cool guy.
mm-hmm.
We never do nothing like that. It was just like tight. Like he gave me a studio to get the Bridgett LaRé show started.
Oh yay,
He was just a real cool dude. My girl Darcel, we done had our little falling outs or whatever, but we met 2013. Like we still cool. Like you know what I
yeah,
mean? She feel like a cool chick, like a back home type of girl. Like we can get
yeah.
into it, but we come back to each other. You know what I mean?
That's important
Yeah,
because
like no drama, no.
you don't really, this is what I always say, and I live by this.
Mhm.
Even though I still may say you're a friend to me,
Mhm.
without this, but I feel like you really don't really know if whomever that is, you're this budding friendship with a person, you don't know how people really are until they get upset with you.
Oh yeah,
You don't.
yeah.
You don't. I used to say,
You got to
I
see
can't
them in
consider
different
nobody.
seasons.
You have to see people in different seasons because
Mhm.
people will cut up when you don't you say something they don't like, you
Yeah.
do something, they ready to just cut you off or worse, or cut your head off rather.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's important.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
important. So
Yes.
Bridget, you get mad at me now because we haven't had a falling out or anything or a little stank situation.
No, we
But she
haven't.
know what to do because
Yeah.
we already had this
Yeah.
conversation.
What we say?
This was probably a little while back.
Mhm.
Because you were saying that sometimes when you meet, you kind of say you do some of the things that people do.
Oh shit. You know what I said? I was like, I didn't used to be like that, but when I came to LA,
That
I
yeah.
was like, you just fall into the culture. It
You
was the
fall into the
culture. It was like,
culture.
you know what? I'm
Yeah.
I'm done with this person. That
Yeah.
was just
I'm
it.
putting my energy into
And I put my
it.
energy into it. I fell into the culture a little bit.
That's
So
okay. Me
yeah, we
too.
did have the conversation. He was like,
Yeah.
"Well, what'd you say?"
I said, well, listen now. If I do something, because we don't know what we do. Sometimes I have a slick mouth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sometimes, and I don't realize it. And if I was like, listen now, I like you.
I like you
So,
too.
so if I say something or I do something that may offend you or whatever, let's just have a conversation about it.
Right.
Because I'm just one of those people. I have always, my childhood friends, they used to say, Shower, you trying to start stuff. It's like, no. But if somebody is bothering you in the friend group,
Yeah.
you need to go have a
Address
conversation
it.
with them, and we're not about to be phony
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So that's just be my whole thing.
But
So you know.
I've learned to do that now. I've learned to
Okay.
do that now. So that's why I still have friends here in Cali.
Good job.
Like my 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 girl Delilah, but she ended up moving back to her hometown.
Oh yeah, I remember Delilah.
Yeah, she cool as heck. Like
Yeah.
met her here. I actually met her and when I was living in Hemet, California. I
Okay.
took a travel nurse position. That's when how I moved here.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to move to Cali. Might as well let somebody's job pay for me to come here.
There you go.
But it was crazy up in Hemet anyway. But yes, I've learned to have these uncomfortable conversations. Delilah and I have had these conversations. And that's why we real cool now. Like I go to Minnesota to check her
Exactly.
out, see her new house and all that.
And you feel like you just feel like you don't have to walk on eggshells with
Yes.
people. You know what I'm saying? After that, because I'm not even gonna
Yes.
lie. Like I'm still friend. Like my friends, they still my friends. But sometimes I do feel like I can't. I don't know. Be 100%. I'm me, but I try to watch what I say because I don't want to offend. You know what I mean? And that's not for the. I mean, I'm me. And
Yeah.
it's not uncomfortable, but
Mhm.
sometimes I do recall. All right, Shower, maybe just have a little bit of a filter. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah,
One
just a
thing I
little
learned is
bit.
to, ask them, hey, because what I don't like is for somebody to just come up to me and like give their opinion. You know what I
What do
mean?
you mean?
Or or say, hey, look, let me tell you something. Something I seen about you.
Unsolicited advice.
Unsolicited advice. It's like, look, let me tell you something for your own good. Look, when you do this is you
I
make
would like
people
for
feel
people to ask me.
exactly. See where my
Yeah.
mindset is at. Like I may not be in this energy to hear
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean? That's
agree.
just like with venting. So my little sisters, they've learned to ask me like, hey, like literally my little sister called me today. She said, do you feel like hearing me vent? I was like, I really appreciate you asking me before just firing off and I was like,
Child.
actually, I don't because I'm headed to go do this podcast and I just want to be in a certain type of energy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll call
Yeah.
you later.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask people because people will
Ask.
freeload and dump all their stuff
Honey.
onto you
Yes.
and
You got to
not
protect
think
your spirit.
you do. You do have to protect your spirit. I got
Hmm.
some dumpers in my life, but I put I put boundaries up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know. They just got to get it off. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I get that. And sometimes maybe I won't pick up the phone, or sometimes
Yeah.
I might won't pick up the phone. So
That was the same thing.
I'm just saying.
So how do you handle the dumpers when the dumpers are family?
That's a good question. I'll sit there and listen. Because majority of the time I'm open to it anyway. It don't bother me. That's why people dump on me because
Yeah.
I listen. You don't have a lot of people that take the time and
And
listen
listen.
to people.
Yeah, if you're a good listener, you're a rare commodity out here.
People
Like
don't
you're a
listen.
jewel.
Yeah, I'm a jewel. She said
Yeah.
it here first, guys.
You are treasure.
Yes, come on, treasure.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll probably just sit there and listen. But if it starts getting when I feel like it's starting to rock my spirit, then I'm getting off the phone.
Yeah, for real.
I'm getting
And
off the phone.
what's funny is my mom, love her to life. She loves to keep me updated on everything that's going on back home. And she used to.
Mm-hmm.
She used to. So I remember one day telling her, like, hey, I love that you keep me up to, what's going on with everybody in the family. I said, but um, let me know the good news. Like,
That
share the good news with me.
part.
Share the good news so she knows if she start to, talking and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just won't say nothing. And then I'll be like, hey, mom, I'm gonna call you right back. And she'll be like, all right. And then I hang up and then I'll wait like 2 minutes and call her right back. She'll be like, I knew what you just did. You ain't want to hear it.
At least you called her right back,
I
though.
called her right back.
Little
And,
reset.
yeah,
It was
you
like a
switch the energy
reset.
up a little bit.
Yeah. You got to do that
You
sometimes. You have
gotta
to do that
do.
for yourself.
Yeah.
And then especially because you are really a coach out here in these streets. You're really a speaker. So
Well, thank you.
that's right there beside being a therapist in a certain lane. So
Yeah.
you can take a lot in, and people don't realize like the people that's taking all this stuff in, they have to decompress too.
Yeah, for
And you
sure.
also need someone that you can just, let some things out to as well.
Right.
So it just needs to be more
Therapy.
reciprocal, that part. Very important stuff, guys.
Yes, therapy or a coach. I think every coach needs a coach, just like every therapist needs a therapist.
Yeah, for real. You
Yeah.
do. You need that person that won't be biased. You need that
Exactly.
unbiased opinion and just a sense of being.
So, do you have someone in your life that's unbiased that you can
Oh my God. I'm so
go up to?
it is such a blessing to have unbiased friends. Cause I love my friends. Y'all know I love y'all. But I cannot share everything with everybody. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mhm.
not even can, I just don't.
Yeah.
I have two really, really good friends of mine that I feel like shout out to Eli and Donika that there we go. Bop, bop.
Eli Donika.
Yeah, that I really feel like that I can tell them embarrassing things about myself and there's no judgment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah, for
mean?
real.
And you can't you can't do that with everybody. So that's a precious thing to have someone to be able to just talk to, and that happens to be your friend.
Right. Yeah.
Because a lot of times we're going to therapists because therapists they have to be in the middle. So, my mic sound nice. Check one. I'm gonna make a reel about how many times we have to fix Bridgetto's
Oh yeah,
mic during
someone
our
just told me to sit up.
podcast.
Some. I guess I was slouching.
Yeah,
you
you're
always?
just a little slouchy.
I'm just a
And I
little
know later on
slouchy.
you come at me and go, "Why I look so small in the camera?"
I was getting comfortable. How do you just always sit so
I think it's 'cause I'm
neatly
long.
the whole time? You don't move.
I'm a freaking not a tarantula. I'm a praying mantis out here. So it's like
I think I got
just-
restless leg syndrome. I just be like, I just be doing the most.
You say you
like,
communicate with your body, so maybe that's what it is.
I think it's a glitch in the matrix with me.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
Taking the red pill or the blue pill.
You know what? Whichever one that's gonna keep me in the action.
That was a
dang
good
it.
answer because
Yeah,
I don't forget.
I don't
which
know
one.
which one it was.
I
But that's
forgot.
my favorite movie, so I felt like I
Yeah.
should know.
It's okay. It's one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
too. Growing
I
up,
got like all of them on DVD.
Oh, you do?
Every single one.
Did you
of them.
like the last one? Ugh, it was boo boo.
It's the Matrix, so yes.
Oh, you're that loyal.
I'm that loyal. Yes.
Bridget, come on, let's be honest. We got a few minutes left.
Yeah.
It was boo boo. You know it was boo boo.
You know what?
They
No,
should have
it
left it
wasn't.
alone. We have to have another podcast because I'm tired of people in all these remakes. Let the past go, guys. We gotta let it go. Because LeBron, I hope you did the right thing with this House Party remake. Because House Party is one of my favorite movies ever. It's in my top 5.
Is it out now?
It's out.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about maybe this on the next podcast.
Okay, we'll
I
talk
don't
about
know.
the next podcast.
Yeah.
Are we done?
But we getting close.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Did you say everything you need to say regarding friends? And again, guys, we're not talking bad about LA. I have some great friends here. Shout out to Tiffany.
Yeah.
She was I've known Tiffany since 2015, and she was one of the friends that like I said something to her. And she kind of just started acting funny, and we had to go out and dinner and had to hash it out. Yeah, we worked it out. So shout
And now
out
y'all
to
closer
her.
than ever, huh?
Yeah, we're very cool. We're very cool now, and I've known her. She's probably one of the first people I started hanging out since I've been here. So shout out to her, and shout out to all my friends here because y'all have kept me in the game and kind of level-headed as far as not feeling alone because this can be a lonely place.
Yeah,
so
it really
I
can.
appreciate all my Cali friends. I appreciate my back home friends. I appreciate everybody that's been
Yes.
rocking with SBB.
Yes. And since we on friends,
Yes.
I want to appreciate I named a lot of you. But one here I want to name specifically is Danielle as well. You met Danielle.
Yeah, hi Danielle.
Hi,
She's another nurse.
Yeah, that's my sis though. That's my big sis. So love her to life. She is so freaking energetic. She's a talent manager and an artist, a nurse. She does so freaking much. And
Come
I'm
on,
just like, how do you get
Danielle.
all this energy to do what you do?
She's a New Yorker.
She's a New Yorker.
She's
She's
a
New
hustler,
Yorker.
baby.
That's what it is. And then my A1 since day one, Malika and Elaine in Ohio. Love them to life. And my girl
Yay.
Flo. Flo,
Hey,
she's
you dropping names.
I'm dropping names because this is the friendship episode,
We don't
right?
have to. We don't got time. Go ahead and finish. I'm gonna let you drop all your names.
Okay, well, Flo, I want to say about her was she was the
Okay.
first person that ever told me like Bridgett, you got the personality to do this type of stuff. So she was like, you got the personality to do it, and I was like, I do. Nobody ever told me
Don't
that.
you? That
So
was
I was like, I
Danica
mess
for
with
me.
you for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need friends like that. That was Danica for me for fashion. She was like, you already doing it. Just do it.
Just do
And
it.
it clicked when she said it.
I'm about to give our friends the horn.
Come on, give them the horn.
So, friends, we love you.
Yes.
And the ones that didn't make it past a certain season, love you too.
Love you too.
You played a pivotal part in our lives.
Yes, learn some lessons. Thank you for giving us the lessons that we needed to learn at that
Yes.
moment. Appreciate you.
Amen. So everything is provision, and everyone that comes into your life is a purpose.
Absolutely.
So,
All right, so we signing off.
yes.
Subscribe, click the link, follow us on IG, pause_proceed. And we're out until next time.
Deuces.
Peace. I got that from